Hi, my name is Kelly. Welcome to week 27 of our I Choose to Love My Life journey. This is where we start talking about finances, and that might make you cringe. If it does, stick with us because we are on a mission to help you live a debt-free life. I know firsthand when I had a credit card debt and car loans and other things, it was so taxing on me mentally and emotionally. And so I know how that felt. And then now being on the other side of it, where my husband and I choose to live a debt-free life, it is just amazing. And so this week we're talking about creating and living by a budget. So maybe you have a budget, or maybe you're like a lot of people and you have a budget, but you don't actually live by it. I want to challenge you this week. There are some great resources that we refer to in the iChoose2 book that will help you create a budget. And you want to make sure that you create a budget that is workable. Because if you say, we're never going to eat out, well, I know that's not practical for my family. And so you want to make sure that your budget is very practical to the needs of your family. You may want to cut back how much you do eat out. But it's amazing how much just having a budget, no matter how much money you make, how little or how much, how amazing it is when we really decide where we want to spend our money, because it really comes down to choices. So my husband and I have a budget. We actually had a budget before we got married. Each of us had our individual budgets. And then when we were engaged, we decided to combine our budgets, even though our money wasn't really combined, to track our spending, to make sure that before we got married, we were on the same page financially, because that was something really important to us. And so that was one of the best things that we could have done, and we have learned so much in the year and a half that we've been married of sticking to our budget. Now, we don't always do it right, but most of the time we really hold one another accountable because we know how important this is to each other. And so we have a budget, but then we also have this little cheat sheet, and it's called a bill checklist. And I cannot tell you how valuable this is. And if you go to our website, you'll see an example and you can kind of create your own bill checklist. But what this is it has like the first half of the month, that's when our mortgage comes out, our electric, our gas bill. The second half is when we pay our gas for our cars, because we put those on a credit card to get points. It's when our gym membership comes out. It's when our cable, or we don't have cable, but when our internet comes out, when our water comes out, our student loans, and then our car and home insurance. Now, those are okay, but here's where the important part happens, because we have some funds that are negotiable. And so that means we could go way over or way under, and so we really track it. So for instance, we have a restaurant category, and so every time we go out to eat, we immediately come home, go to the refrigerator, and hand mark it off with a pencil how much we spent on that restaurant trip. And so that way, all throughout the month, we know. And so we know that when it gets to zero and it's the 20th of the month, we have to really hold one another accountable that we're not going to go over the budget. And if we do go over the budget, which we actually happen to do this particular month, then what we do is we deduct that off of next month. And so we try to keep that as kind of an even number so that we're maintaining it. And so we just add that in each month. We also have that with our giving account. That's one thing that's really important to us, is giving. And so we keep track of that, and then anytime God presents an opportunity where we can give, we just mark it off there. Other things on the list, my husband has an account, I have an account. That's like to get my hair done, to buy my shampoo, to buy clothes, you know, those kind of things. Our daughter has an account, that's to buy diapers, food, clothes, childcare, those kind of things. We have a medical account, which is where we use prescription medicines, doctor's appointments, those kind of things. And then we have a grocery account. And so our grocery account gets pretty long. Each time we go to the grocery store, we come home, mark it off. And I cannot tell you how freeing this is, because we both know we're both on the same page. And so my challenge for you this week is that, one, you'll create a budget. And if you are married, you need to do this with your spouse. It is so important that you get on the same page financially. And I know you probably, or a lot of the women that we talk to, you know, you and your husband have different goals. And so I would challenge you, sit down, explain. You know, having a budget isn't constraining like a lot of people think. I think it's freeing because it's what allows us to live a debt-free life. And so we'll be talking about, if you have debt, how to eliminate it later this month. We'll also be talking about being content with what we have, and then saving, and then also giving. And so this is a power-packed month. Hang with us and choose to get your finances under control. And if you already have a budget, this might be a good time to evaluate it. If you're already giving, maybe it's a time to look at it further. If you're already saving, look at it again. So hopefully this week is, and really this month, is going to be a great opportunity for you to take a good look at your finances. I hope you have a fantastic week. Be sure to leave a comment below telling me what is the best tool that you use to create and then live by your budget. Hope you have a good week. Bye-bye.